Just kind of reflect on the other night against Kansas, and then you were going up against Hunter Dickinson again. He's widely regarded as one of the best, centers in the nation, not just the Big 12, and you held your own. So, as you're kind of learning going through your first college season, kind of what have you learned about yourself, especially coming off a game like that?
Yeah, it was a really good game. Both teams went play hard. Really good competition. And like you say, Hunter Dickinson is a really good player, and then going against him is the really good things for me, giving me experiences and stuff. And then that game was a really tough game for us. But like Coach said, we had a winning effort, and then we just need to fix some little things, and we're gonna be good.
Mustafa, we're going to talk more about your personal play. You've been expanding to the three-point line more and more. What have you been learning about yourself and your scoring abilities?
I've been just on the gym, working on my games. Me and Coach Johnson after every practice, and I feel like I know I can shoot the ball good. So I just gotta feel comfortable and then just be confident in myself and just shoot the ball.
Was that one of the main points of emphasis this season, to improve and stretch the floor more?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to really, be able to shoot the ball really well, and I think that's gonna be a thing that's gonna help my team a lot.
Moustapha, what's the biggest difference you noticed in your play between the last time you played Kansas here in Orlando versus playing him in Lawrence?
I feel like we came out to the game with a different mentality, and then it was a really good game. We compete hard. I feel like the last game was, we came out there, not ready to play and stuff, but I feel like this last game we came out ready to play, and then we competed hard against them.
What about as far as you personally? I know last time you were 1 for 5 from the field, and then this time in Kansas you went 8 for 17.
Yeah, like I said, I just came with a different mentality, and I was like, I was ready to play, and then I came out there and competed with them.
Moustapha, the game against Houston, the game against TCU, the game against Kansas, you guys have really played probably some of your best basketball, even though you didn't come with wins in a couple of those games. Do you guys feel like right now things are starting to click a little bit more, and you're ready to start maybe getting on a roll here?
I mean, yeah, we start to, as a team, we start to being connected as a team. And then I feel like we've been playing our best basketball these last 4 games. And then I feel like as a team, we start to figure out some little stuff, And then as we go forward, we just gotta keep paying attention on the little details, and then we're gonna be good.
Like a lot of guys talk about the game kind of slowing down for them. Obviously, you're supposed to be in your senior year of high school. Is the game now beginning to slow down for you, and is that how you're on this hot streak?
I mean, coming out from high school, it's a different level, and then like physical wise and stuff like that, it's different. But I feel like since I started playing in the Big 12, I feel I gotta have some adjustment to do, and then I feel like there's a lot of adjustment to do, and I keep learning. And I feel like as we go forward, I'm developing, and I just keep working on my game. So, how about I can continue doing that.
Looking ahead to BYU, what do their bigs look like, and how do you try to guard against them? Whether it's closer to the rim or out closer to the perimeter.
Yeah, BYU is a really good team, so we about to have a really good, really tough game. And I feel like if we come out to the same mentality we came to Kansas, we're gonna do really good. And their bigs, like I said, they're really good bigs, physical, low post, senior, and old. But I feel like I'm gonna compete with them. Just follow the game plan, and we're gonna be good.
You're such a good shot blocker. So is it frustrating, or what's kind of the thought process? Because it seems like you're getting called for goaltends. They look like maybe they're not goaltends, but is that always kind of like a fine line to decide, am I going to go for this block? It's going to be kind of close. The call might go against me. Is that kind of difficult to judge in real time whether to go for the block or not?
Oh, it depends, because sometimes we play against some bigs that can shoot, so I can't be just leaving them with a 3-point shot and just go follow the ball. But it depends on the big I'm playing. If I'm playing a big that I know that he's not really shooting the ball that well, I'm gonna be closer to the rim and trying to get every block. But if I'm playing a big that can really shoot the ball, I'm gonna be awareness, and then I'll be like, seeing ball and seeing my man.
Mustafa, you mentioned the team is playing some of the best basketball these past couple of games. What does that do for confidence, even though you guys didn't get the win, knowing that you guys can compete with the top competition in the country?
I mean, even though we've been playing our best basketball these past games, and then I feel like it's a really good thing for the conference, because as we're going forward, we're gonna play really good teams, and I feel like if we keep going to the same mentality, there's just some little stuff that we gotta figure out, and then we're gonna be good.
And in terms of those little details, What are those things you need to figure out in order to make sure you close out these games with a win?
Yeah, I feel like we gotta do better on closeout games, and then I feel like we gotta do better on rebounding, defend, rebound. Like Coach said, every time we just gotta defend, rebound, and run.
Mustafa, you're talking about your shooting and 3-point shooting and things like that. A lot of the guards they'll spend hundreds of shots at the 3-point line to work on that game. What do you do for your 3-point shot? What do you have a sort of system or something in place that you do to kind of work on the 3-point shot?
Oh, the 3-point shot is just the same work, being behind the arc, shoot it, and shoot it again. So that's what we've been doing every time after the game, after the practices. We've been, staying like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then just work on it every time.
Are there anything mechanically that you've specifically honed in on?
Yeah, I've been working on it with Coach Johnson, on my mechanic shot. He been giving me a lot of good advice, and then I feel like it be paid off.
Mustafa, what's the biggest difference with the player that first walked on this campus versus the one we're looking at right now?
The biggest difference probably is because when I first worked on the campus, when I first worked in here, I didn't really know what the Big 12 is, and then when I started playing the Big 12, I really know it's really physical, and then you gotta pay attention on little details as we're going forward to the game. So there's like a development that I had, and mentality and physically, So I think there's a big difference.
Mustafa, you talked about guarding BYU's bigs. How do you guys also plan on you talked about guarding BYU's bigs. How do you also plan on preventing their shooting? They're very good at 3-point shooting, best in the Big 12.
Oh, it just depends. Yeah, that's true. They're really good shooting team, and it depends on the game plan. So we just following whatever coach tells us to do and try to go to the court and apply it.
Keyshawn talked about his weight loss journey. He lost 70 pounds. I know you put on 20 pounds. How have you kind of adjusted to having that weight on you?
Oh, yeah, it's just, when I got here, going to Garvey, trying to talk to the guy who's taking care of us, like Coach Rock and stuff like that, and then trying to get 5 meals a day. Like me, I was trying to get weight, so I was just getting 5 meals a day or like 4, and make sure that I'm getting snacks and stuff like that, and then being in the weight room, and working on myself.
Mustafa, you mentioned growing physically and learning about the physical play in the Big 12, and in terms of playing in UCF, I mean, something that you struggled with early on in the season was staying out of foul trouble and going for the ball. How have you grown in that area as trying to stay on the court?
Yeah, like Coach said, Coach Dawkins tell me every time you gotta know your value. So every time you step on the court, you just gotta play out without fouling, and then that's what I've been trying to do. And then I think it's been really this past games I've been doing a good job, not fouling a lot. But like Coach said, we just gotta play out without fouling.
And then how does that confidence instill in you, knowing that Coach says you gotta know your value, stay on the court, for you to want to be able to stay on and not foul?
I mean, it's a good thing for me. As a freshman, I've been staying on the court, giving me a lot of experience. Learning a lot of things. So I just gotta execute what he's saying, and then just start trying to stay on the court and then play out without fouling.
So Moustapha, obviously you're 7'2". You're listed on the roster at 235 pounds. Is that where you are now, or have you kind of fluctuated a little bit?
Yeah, I lost some weight since the season starts. 3 hours of practice, so I'm probably 230 right now. But it's not a big deal. It's not a big lose of weight. But I feel like, since practice started, 3 hours practice, you run a lot, and games, every day. So that's how I lost like 5 pounds, but it's not a big
So you put on 20 though, right? Or about 20 when you got here. What's the ultimate goal for you? Is that where you want to be, around 235, or do you think you need to add some more weight, like looking towards next season and beyond?
Oh yeah, for me, I don't want to be like I don't want to add too much weight. I just gotta like have some weight that I feel comfortable with it, and then I feel like our coaches and stuff been doing a hell of a job striking that, and then staying in the right place.
So is it you're eating like 5 meals a day? Like how crazy is that sometimes? Are you like having to remember to get up and eat something? Are you drinking a lot of shakes? Kind of like what goes into that?
Oh, it's not really difficult. You just gotta remember, just eat 4 meals a day and then trying to get snacks in between the meals. And then I feel like, it's been really good since I started doing that. I've been gaining weight, so I'm not stopping doing it. I've been doing that.
Is there a certain type of food that you want to load up on that makes it easier to kind of put on pounds? Or?
I mean, yeah, you can. On the shake, you can put some peanut butter and stuff like that. just stuff that gives you a lot of calories. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
What's your favorite go-to meal?
Go to meal.
Yeah.
That's from my country.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's called chevujan, and it's like rice and fish.
Okay.
Yeah,
What kind of fish?
it's like raw fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you get that here? Is there anyone that prepares that locally?
Yeah, some of my friends. There's some of my friends who's on the soccer team. Yeah, I've been going there. We've been together. We've been just making it. But I don't think there's a restaurant here around here that makes it.
So are you like doubling up on breakfast, lunch, or dinner? And where's kind of your favorite spot to put in that fourth meal?
I mean, you can. Okay, so I can eat at breakfast, and then at 12 I eat lunch. Around 3 I eat something, and then 5 I eat dinner or 6, and then get snacks between the meals.
Anything else, guys?
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Moustapha.